Hey, it's me.
It's me, your boy.
Hello, it's me.
Okay. Yep, we're live. So let me
Okay.
just take my ass over to the fucking main channel.
Imagine the first thing the audience hears. So Dynamax Whale Lord.
So hold it. So for anyone who may have seen either of the videos talking about Monkey's mistress, if you're wondering if we're going to come back to that, we absolutely goddamn am. You're like, how much more of this could you squeeze out? Oh, we have the mom talking to the police. We have the mistress talking to the police. There's so much coming down the line that's going to be so fun on the bun. But let me just make... Oh, God. I feel like such a rotten person. And...
It's gonna be... It'll piss you off at the same time, though. Like,
Yeah.
there's some stuff that... Oof.
Like, okay, like the start of like the whole monkey, like freaking like Monkey's mistress's mom talking to freaking like Zanny dude. It was like actually the funniest thing I've ever seen that night.
I have to derail my podcast here. There's a YouTuber I follow called Eye of Soul. Their tweet here is I ain't got cancer, and I'd like to give a shout out. That's always a good way to start off your day.
Yeah. Be a good sport. Be a good sport. FNG.
Yes. Let's make sure we pin this bitch. Bunk and pinned. Make sure I throw this in a couple of different rooms before we really get going.
Spoken said you still had the medication part in the description at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
From yesterday's stream.
Thank you. I'll get rid of that in a hot minute. Abuse
Hey,
of power.
Spoken.
Throw that in the rift. Bunk. Throw that in Nazbol. Bunk.
Yeah.
And let's see. Back to the dashboard. Yep. You were right as usual, Spoken. There it is gone. So let's get into this. I haven't really read too much. Ready, buttons?
No.
I think you remember what we talked about before the stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Congressional candidate in Virginia admits that he's a pedophile.
Virginia.
Okay, Virginia admits that he's a pedophile. I'm gonna not stop doing that. It doesn't work. Nathan Larson, a 37-year-old accountant from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, no, I lied. I told him
God.
to keep doing it. Yeah, I was like, I can't let that go. Is running for congressman as an independent candidate in his native state. He's also a pedophile. Let's let that in there one more time. He also admits that he is a pedophile, as he admitted to Huffington Post on Thursday. Now, let's take into context here. Sometimes Huffington Post has a... That would be pretty actionable. That would be a pretty good lawsuit if they were fucking around there.
Yeah, wouldn't that be like libel because it's written?
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that this is absolutely legit. As he admitted to Huffington Post Thursday, who has bragged in website posts about raping his ex-wife. I have to ask again if they aren't fucking around. Holy shit.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. That's what I said.
Yeah, I don't even know if Sargon's that fucking retarded. Anyways, in a call, Larson confirmed that he created the now defunct website souped.org and Incelpocalypse. This has got to be a joke. I think I've gotten...
You know what? Let me look this up.
I think it's Incelocalypse or something.
I think I've been had here, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've been taken for a ride. Oh, let's see. Overloaded knives. Thanks for the hi boss, hi buttons. Yeah, appreciate the $2.
No, dude, Incelocalypse is an actual... There is an actual Wikipedia for it.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god, dude. I think, like, if you ever thought cells.net was bad, dude, this is fucking... We're going to a whole nother level.
Okay.
Bro,
well,
no.
You know what? When we get through this stream, we might go, is it work safe?
Yeah, no, it's just the words on the
I
screen.
can look at it. I can
explaining
look at it for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
well...
no, I just...
Okay,
It's just the Wikipedia page. There's no photos.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just words. It's
Okay.
just words.
we'll get to that in a
Hello,
hot...
guys.
Yeah. Chat rooms that served a gathering of... Wait, 1 second. Yeah. Chat rooms that served a gathering places for pedophiles and violence-minded misogynists like himself. Huffington Post. Let's put a pretty big Let's not put pedophiles right next to misogynists. We could chop and slice. Wow, holy crap.
No, not just misogynists. Violent-minded misogynists.
Wait, a misogynist is like a guy who has like women have the specific purpose.
They've got mommy issues, yes. So anyways, Huffington Post contacted Larson after confirming that his campaign website shared an IP address with these forums, among other things. So, just a free heads up, VPNs, you can get free ones, you can get cheap ones, and if you're going to run for office, you might want to consider that. His sites were terminated by their domain host on Tuesday. On the phone, he was open about his pedophilia and seemingly unfazed about his long odds of attaining government office. A lot of people are tired of political So this is a Sargon thing. A lot of people, yeah, this man looked at fucking Carl Benjamin's political fucking movement and said, hold my beer, I am about to fucking head into a level of retardation. I'm gonna call it that. I have no other word for it, that you can't even begin to fathom. By the way, I included my BitChute down below. I encourage you guys, after that crap that happened with Crowder and that one dude on Twitter, that YouTube's cracking down. A lot of your favorite YouTubers are probably, maybe this is the time, guys, might have to fucking leave the platform. So, might start looking for those backup sites, might want to start following your favorite YouTubers and their social media to find out where they poof to if they get thrown off the platform. Just a little... Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like a good nostalgic YouTube example though is Vidly. Like it's perfectly it's perfectly legitimate. No freaking like bullshit copyright issues, none of that shit. So yeah.
No, I've seen Vidly. It's like a classic YouTube kind of thing, but has a 15-minute cap, unfortunately. A lot of people are tired of political correctness and being constrained by it, he said. People prefer when there's an outsider who doesn't have anything to lose and is willing to say what's on a lot of people's minds. We're going to be looking up old boy in a minute here. When asked whether he's a pedophile or not, just writes about pedophilia, he said, "It's a mix of both. When people go over the top, there is a grain of truth to what they say."
Well, obviously, I mean, if they already went over the top, what?
Yeah, let's continue there. Hold that thought. Asked whether there was a grain of truth in his essay about his father-daughter incest and another being raped by his ex-wife repeatedly, he said yes, offering that plenty of women have rape fantasies. I'm just imagining so many women like inching away, going, "No, no, that's."
His face looks very punchable right now.
he looks very milk toast. If you were to put a lineup of
sunken eyes.
No, I'm putting it like if I were looking at 20 politicians and you're like, so guess which one of these has these kind of interesting, I would not have guessed this guy. So I guess they come in all walks, shapes, and forms. You guys were saying? Okay, I'll continue on. According to Larson's campaign manifesto, his platform as a quasi narration of libertarian. Oh, it's another libertarian. Candidates include protecting gun ownership rights. Again, let's not say that this is consistent with NRA gun ownership. Establish free trade and protecting. Those are okay things. Benevolent white supremacy. Well, couldn't you have just said benevolent freaking... I feel like you could have gone with better wording here, but whatever. As well as legalizing incest, marriage, and child pornography. No. No. For the love of Christ, no. You know what?
Is this man the literal embodiment of everything we don't want our government to... Is he trying to make a point? Is he, like, bullshitting just to be like, hey, guys, this can happen? Please tell me he's lying.
So, hold it here. Let's look around. So just in case this guy gets elected, I'm going to be super nice here. There are some really nice states. Even North Carolina, ? Might be a better decision. Kentucky, yes, Kentucky is a good place to move to. That's right along Virginia. Yeah, New Hampshire.
Virginia.
What's this? Is it Washington? No, it can't be Washington. Philadelphia. Philly's close enough. Yeah. Ohio.
New York.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a trek there, but yeah, there's some good states that you guys might want to move to in the unlikely event. Prepare for the worst. The old boy here gets elected. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna, before we finish reading this, I'm just gonna take a moment here. So yeah, Blinky Iris says, Jesus Christ, one of our politicians admitted to being a pedo. Yes, that's what's going on. Let's get back to it.
And having raped his wife and daughter.
Yeah, my brain had shut off. In the manifesto, Larson called Nazi leader Adolf Hitler a white supremacist hero. Okay. Story tracks, I imagine. He urged Congress to repeal the Violence Against Women Act. What?
Holy shit. We're really going there.
I'm just imagining, like, fucking goddamn, okay, so you're congressman, okay, you're sitting there, beginning of the day, what's on the docket? Okay, what's the new guy look like? Okay, that's fine. In mid-sip of, taking your coffee, sir, we were interested in getting you to repeal the Violence Against Women Act. Whether he does a spit take or just chokes it down. We need to switch to a system that classifies women as property. What? Okay,
please tell me please tell me this is an April Fool's Day joke.
Wait, are you drunk, high, or did you have a stroke? Initially of their fathers and later
all three
of their husbands. He also showed sympathy for men. Come on now. This is a gag fucking
sympathy for men who identifies involuntary celibates or incels.
Well, one second. Initially for their fathers. He also showed sympathy for men who identify as involuntary celibates or incels and suggests it's unfair that they are forced to pay taxes for schools, welfare, and other supports for other men's children using the pseudonyms
Leucostic
and Linsdar. Larson frequently Lysander. That is the most D&D name I've ever heard.
Jesus fuck yeah, it is.
Lysander, that sounds very... God, I don't want to make an LGBT joke right now. That sounds very, very friendly for that. Lysander! Sorry, anyways, frequently participated in conservatives on his own message board. He confirmed... Conversations he confirmed to Huffington Post. If my brain is shutting off, again, try not to take it personal. Let's see if we can write off this Lysander thing here. I want to bang my daughter. Oof.
Excuse me for a minute.
Okay, so Buttons has left the building, ladies and gentlemen. This is Anthony Aguilar reading off Lysander's post from his interesting, lovely forum. I do not have a daughter, nor do I want to bang one if I did. But even if it were legal, I'm not sure it would happen since I don't have custody. So he has a daughter. After sex with kids is legalized, parents or other guardians will still be gatekeepers to some extent, and a lot of them will want to bang their own kids and not share with others. Who posted this in the room? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Anyways, I think they get with their kids whether they're young or old. Is anyone else picturing Rainting Gaunting Eagle reading this off? Anyways, you usually need to have charm and or money. They're especially true if you're trying to get with more attractive girls. Once sex with kids is legalized, I imagine the competition to get in their pants will be fierce. Thoughts? New guy? This is not a typical podcast, I swear to God. Holy shit. Did he black out too? Did he fuck off as well?
No.
I would understand if our new friend there, Migz, fucking said, "Alright, I'm out!" Anyways.
No, never.
Okay, so anyways.
I'm too into this now.
Okay, well, alright, so we put him on the list in the truck maybe later as Lysander on souped.org, a forum for suicidal pedophiles. So, I'm
biting myself.
So hold it, Step, when you're watching this later on. You just remember Souped, that's SUIPED.org for you and your friends. Not that I would ever encourage anyone to do anything. Oh, actually, Hateful, you're there. So yeah, for Hateful, SUIPED.org.
I think my shoelaces are untied. I'm gonna look at them.
I don't even know what the hell to say. See, I'm just putting a thing out there. I'm not walking. I'm not walking them through it. So anyways, Larson wrote a numerous posts endorsing child rape and other forms of sexual abuse.
Please tell me.
Look, I absolutely believe in freedom of speech, but if this guy went to jail, I'd probably sleep all right. This is a good argument to. We'd worry about slippery slope later on. But anyways, why doesn't every pedo just focus on making money so that they can get a pedo wife? And either holy fuck,
Lee would be perfect, but
Ugh, even I'm fucking. I can't. I think I turned into buttons there. I got triggered. There, either impregnate her. I like just as soon as I heard, my brain's like, I don't want to read the rest of this because in case he says the worst shit, either impregnate her with some fucking toys. What? I mean, I've heard of
fuck
toys.
toys.
Okay,
Fuck toys is it's a incel misogynistic word for a woman.
Okay, I'm just confused. Fuck toys or adopt some fuck toys. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just remembering Bedeker's line when he was reading off fucking Sanji and Snake Thing talking about kid slut, and I see the fuck toys line there. He wrote on a platform in October that would accommodate both those who are and aren't into incest. Of course, the adoption process lets you pick a boy.
So he's endorsing child sex trade. He wants. He wants child trafficking is what he wants.
Okay, so yeah, let's we're gonna look into Old Boy Larson because again, this is Huffington Post and this is so fucking insanely outrageous. Maybe they're going out of business. Anybody? Yeah, Blinky Iris.
Was this posted on April 1st?
Oh, hold it, Blinky Iris. Someone get a shotgun. The thoughts and opinions of my super chat do not reflect the thoughts and opinions of FNGR. But
no buttons. It was posted at the end of May.
Okay, not too far off. But anyways, Larson has a 3-year-old daughter who lives with relatives. I am going to assume Huffington Post is going out of business, but we will be looking out our boy Larson in a minute. See what other websites there are about him. He told Huffington Post that he relinquished his parental rights during a custody battle. His ex-wife got a court-ordered restraining order against him in 2015 before she died by suicide. No, I don't. I'm in disbelief. My overall. I hope not. Holy God, he has since remarried, and he says he's now living in Calette, Virginia.
Catlet.
I don't ever want to go to Virginia. Anyways, Larson.
I'm good.
Yeah, Larson used the moniker Luke Hostic on Incel Apocalypse, a forum for incels who are pedophiles that was removed this week after the website Babe contacted the domain host. There he identified as a hebephilic racist. Rapist. I wouldn't want to... Yeah, moving along. Noting. I'm having a break here. Noting that he's not typically an incel because he's had sex with raping his ex-wife. How has Jim not found this? According to the site, which Huffington Post viewed before it was taken down, Incel Apocalypse refers to the day that we make jailbaits our rape slaves.
Jailbaits are children.
No, I know. That sounds like an edgy video game that Steam would throw off after a week, and they realized what it was. The term jailbait is slang for a person who is under the legal age of consent for sex. I would hope that people already remember what the fuck that is. Okay, so here's Old Boy on his website that's now down. It is a 7-star, 8-star? Let's say 7-star. He states here, this is me reading off Luke. How do you pronounce it? Leucaustic, yes. Some men ask how I'm supposed to rape a girl. Buttons, you might want to take a break. I don't even feel I deserve it because I'm so ugly. Men like me should just accept celibacy rather than passing on our genes. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I would have read this through, I don't think I would have done this stream. Isn't it convenient that men who are getting pussy have done whether they could have gone to condition you to think that way? It's almost as though they're just trying to mind fuck you so they can get all the pussy for themselves. Yet, are they being any more respectful to females than you are? Remember the lyric from Toasty Roasties, if you want a virgin girl, it's misogyny, but Chad choking them out is sexually free. What? Anyways, of course, If you were attractive, you wouldn't need to rape a girl because she would just willingly open her legs to you. It's like if Jean Valjean had millions of francs. He wouldn't have had any excuses to break a bakery window and steal a loaf of bread. It's necessity that gives you the excuse. And who created that necessity is society by allowing the Chads to hoard all the girls. So if you can establish your need, should you take priority over Chad's desire, then you have established a valid claim to rape at least some girl or another. Reading this off Random Pool Guy, I posted a Snopes.com link to you in Discord. Random, would you like in this one? Holy crap, I feel like I could use somebody a bit... Yeah, I could use another sturdier man if you want in here. Holy crap. Okay, cool, let me grab Random Pool Guy.
So I just looked up Larson first Wikipedia article is a freaking wealth of information.
Alright.
Oh god.
I
hope
Pool Guy. I can add him in.
Yeah, grab him.
Yeah.
I told you guys this was bad.
I just charged in there. Blinky Iris. So I just looked up Larson, and his Wikipedia article is a freaking wealth of information. So I guess this won't be a quick pod. This will go on for a minute or two. I think we're on the third paragraph. But why stop there? Why not establish a claim to rape any and all girls? Why not supplant Chad, rather than merely dethroning him to establish an egalitarian system? I'm horrified that I know what egalitarian is because of the Brony fandom, but let's get back to that. Egalitarianism has never been proven to be a stable system. Hierarchies are better suited to a species of individuals with unequal merit, who need incentivized to strive for greatness. Hierarchies reflect the fact... I think Step would adore this part. He's big on hierarchies. Hierarchies reflect the fact that humans naturally divide themselves into leaders and followers due to the need for division of labor, because some individuals have been more inactive, boldness, and other leadership qualities than others. Pussy is just another reward that is available for men to obtain if they take risks that pay off, rather than take the safe route. If there weren't a disproportionate rewards for taking a risk, getting more pussy than other men, then no one would bother to take risks, and humanity would stagnate. Holy hell, I don't think we're even halfway done. Getting onto it, Huffington Post did view any posts explicitly stating that he was engaging in sexual activities with minor. Did not view any posts where he's sexually engaging with a minor. So, okay, so they don't have... Although he repeatedly expressed a desire to have sex with infants and children, including his own daughter. In the phone call, Larson said that the word pedophile is vague and just a label, adding it's normal for men to be attracted to underage women. He said he did not commit any crimes. Okay, Blinky Iris, he got 14 months for threatening the president. Our current?
It gets there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, thanks, Blinky. Have I been missing anything here? Just let me take a glance look at the chats here. Yeah, no, I'm all caught up. In a 3,300-word essay in Incel Apocalypse Today, titled, "Here's How to Psych Yourself Up to Feel Entitled to Rape." Oof. Larson tells other members, don't forget feminism is the problem, and rape is the solution. On the platform, he also advocated for father-daughter marriage and killing women and raping virgins. Jesus fucking Christ.
I think this guy was born in the wrong continent and during the wrong time. If this were like the 1960s in the Republic of Congo, he'd have gotten along just fine. He'd have all these 12-year-old child soldiers at his disposal, and he could go from village to village doing exactly as he pleases. Problem is, he was born in Western society where we have a bit more decency in our culture. He's just in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's all.
Yeah.
Larson is less worried about his run for Congress than about his sights coming down. I've heard. I just want to bring this up. I've heard that people went after different people on the internet and getting them thrown out of their banks and shit. I wouldn't be offended if people deplatformed this guy in a couple of different places. But anyways, he told Huffington Post that the termination of his websites is an affront to his freedom of speech, and that he's going to try to get them hosted elsewhere. I wonder if he has a BitChute. Well, that's a really bad plug for BitChute. No, not that it'll matter. There are still plenty of forums where incels and others such communities can congregate. The removal of Larson's sites caused an uproar on incels.me, a separate, much larger forum for incels. I actually am not well versed in incel culture. I know Metacri's kind of covered it a little bit, and usually it seemed mostly benign, at least by cross comparison. It seems obscenely benign. Larson, whiny at worst. Larson's political ambitions span more than a decade. He ran for Congress in Virginia. I'm not going to make the joke. I was so close. First district in 2008 on what he described as an anarch-capitalist. Oh, so this guy is the guy that specifically fucking Rocky's always memeing about if the child consents. That same year, he sent a letter to the Secret Service threatening to kill the president, which landed him in federal prison for 14 months and barred him from seeking political office in Virginia. Convicted felons are free to run for federal office. Good to know. I was just about to ask that. But in 2016, then Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe. Okay, that seemed way more difficult than it was. Restored voting and other civil rights to thousands of felons, allowing Larson to run for state office. So, if you're in Virginia, just remember you have Terry McAuliffe to thank for that you will be seeing this guy potentially on news running for office. In 2017 he ran, maybe it probably already came and went, let's see. In 2017 he ran in Virginia's House of Delegates District 31 and secured less than 2% of the vote. Now he's gunning for a seat in Virginia's 10th Congressional District. That's a pretty decent phone. Until it was pulled again, Larson's site Nathania.org, a wiki page which details about his latest candidacy, featured posts titled, "A man should be allowed to choke his wife to death as punishment for cutting her hair short without permission," or other acts of gross insubordination. Maybe a portion of this would be funny if this were satirical, but holy fuck. Is this guy just massively shitposting, or is he serious? This guy cannot be serious.
He was caught. He was.
If someone but just for the sake of this, if someone put this guy in a book or in a movie and said that this character, and I want you to believe this exists, I would walk out of the theater. I would put the book down, and I'm like, you are breaking my suspension of disbelief. Since I'm hearing that there are other articles about this guy, in all likelihood, yes, but at the same time, if I'm having trouble swallowing it, it's just because fucking how insane this story is. And I had no idea that this was going to be anywhere near on this par, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wondering if, like, the lack of sex, the fact that this guy has embraced the incel community, and he believes that he is a narcissist who is entitled to pussy. Does he think that he just needs to go around and cause as much mayhem and havoc as possible? Because it seems like he's purposely taking every taboo possible and putting it out there up front. Having sex with your daughter, adopting children just so you can use them as fuck toys, threatening to kill the president of the United States. These are like the most abhorrent and heinous things you could possibly do. Well, it's not even doing them all. Yeah, it's not talking about them. Yeah, it's not even an Amos Yee thing. Like, he specifically said his own daughter, and I'm like, fuck, man, Yeah, so add incest to the list. Yeah, personal. Like, not even as a... He's not suggesting it as a abstract, this is a potential thing we should be allowed to do. It's something he's interested in on a personal level, if I'm reading this article correct, and if this article is correct. Advantage of father-daughter incest and the justifiability of an incel's kidnapping a girl and keeping her as a rape sex slave and baby maker. Wiki pages can be edited by other people. But Larson confirmed that he wrote these posts as well as several other disturbing entries. I'm just imagining a troll looking at this going, wait, he wrote this? Yeah, I don't think I can doll this up anymore. In Let's Define What Rape Is, in a 3,000-word essay posted on Nathania.org, as well as other incel sites, Larson wrote, women are objects to be taken care of by men, like any other property, and for powerful men to insert themselves into as it pleases them, and as they believe will be in women's own interests. In most cases, these interests are aligned as long as the man is strong. I was expecting a paragraph or two out of this, honest to God. Female sex slaves actually get a much better deal than animals because in most cases they are allowed to reproduce, unlike animals raised for meat or companionship. I'm actually expecting this goofball to say some more weird shit on that matter. When asked what constituents would think about his constituents would think about his pedophile writings, he said, "People are open-minded."
Oh yeah, we absolutely are.
My word.
Please continue. We're willing to hear you out. You've got great policies.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. If your average Jane and Joe Schmo made this too, I probably would stop being free speech. But since this guy's such a fucking if everybody wrote one of these once a day, I probably would stop being free speech. A lot of people who disagreed with someone like Trump might vote for them anyways, just because the establishment doesn't like them. I'm going to assume that this guy just had a mental break after Cheeto Man won the goddamn fucking election. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so I'm going to look up fucking old boy here. Christ.
Welcome to the stream, Step.
Hello, Step. Would you... Oh, yeah, you're still in school.
No, it's summer school. It's summer now.
Oh. No. You know what? I'm going to fucking toss him, man. Jesus Christ.
So I wonder if Mr. Larson here simply wants to go back to the old nuclear family where the wife stayed at home, cooked the meals, and raised the children while he worked at his job. But since feminism has taken over and women have equal rights now and they can work, he believes that it needs to be forced upon them for their own good. He pretty much said that.
Okay. Nathan Larson. So we should check out Wikipedia or Snopes. Which do you want to go with? What have you kept up with any of this so far, Step?
I literally just got on. He's talking about what women and how they're objects.
He's also pro pedophilia.
Yeah, I want to talk about one thing you just read off.
Okay.
I think it was something along the lines of people are open-minded.
This man is a fucking clown. I will not lie.
No, I understand that, but my concern is with the abundance, open acceptance culture that we have in this country. It wouldn't surprise me that in 20 or 30 years, less people are going to be, hey, that's wrong.
I don't know, man.
That's my opinion.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm from the show me state.
Been more accepting of heinous shit that would be unheard of 20 to 30 years ago.
There are people open about being pedophiles, but there's also a lot of people open about get the fuck off the website.
Yeah, I'll put it to you like this, Step. With my shitty diet, that'll be more your problem than mine. 20 to 30 years.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. Oh no, they reference the
day this becomes legal, I kill myself.
No, I'll push back. I'm not gonna fucking do that dumb shit. It was not the first site to cover Larson's ideology. In March 2017, okay, so this has been floating around, reported that Larson, who is seeking state office, has served time in prison for threatening to kill the president. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. Anyways, when accounted, Nathan D. Larson was talking to voters and collecting signatures to qualify as a candidate for Virginia's House of Delegates. He left out some unusual details from his resume in 2000.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He pleaded guilty to threatening to kill the U.S. president as an admission that led to 16 months in federal prison and 3 years of his supervised release. Since then, among other things, he has advocated for legalizing incestuous marriages and making it harder to win a court restraining order against an alleged abusive spouse. Larson's criminal record precluded him from running for office until 2016 when Virginia governor, we covered that already, so skipping ahead here. Larson, 36, said his candidacy is rooted in genuine desire in bringing positive changes to Virginia. I'm sorry. That's the best punchline I've heard in a lifetime. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
And he's not memeing. His platform includes the ad over here is distracting the piss out of me. His platform including legalized child pornography as well as incestuous marriage. Yeah, we've all covered all that. Even earlier of December 16th, 2015, a Colorado Springs Independent article on a court case pertaining to the custody of Larson's then infant daughter mentioned Larson's acknowledgement that he was physically attracted to children. Nathan Larson, who acknowledged being physically attracted to children, raised an eyebrow in El Paso County when he began his quest to seek custody for his infant daughter, the 35-year-old part-time accountant. Isn't there someone in the Bernie fandom who's an accountant? I forget who it was. Moving along. Who lives with his parents in Virginia, traveled to Colorado Springs in October 20... I wasn't even low enough to finish that, but I was so close. For a jury trial. Larson hoped to prove that he would be a fit parent in what's called a dependency and negligent case. The case, which is not criminal, couldn't terminate his parental rights, but it could prevent him from immediately taking custody of his baby daughter, who currently lives locally with her maternal grandparents. If he were found to be a danger to the girl... Here, 1 second. Okay, get back to that. The jury presented with a barrage of evidence that Larson's pedophilic desires, as well as his own admissions, unsurprisingly decided he shouldn't be left in charge of the girl. Larson, however, was free to continue seeking custody so long as he followed the orders of the judge. I believe the term that they would have wanted there is the case dismissed with prejudice, so we wouldn't have been able to. Again, I'm not a legal expert. That's just me with some old paralegal classes and watching way too much goddamn Law and Order. According to Larson, who sent the Independent several emails followed up on the matter, the judge ordered that he could not be trusted with his daughter unless a risk assessment said it would be okay. I would have just said no. Let him fight me in appeals. The news outlet quoted a contemptuous email received from Larson confirming the filing of paperwork to sever his parental rights, in which he referred to being attracted to kids, questioning the harmful adult-child sex. I believe this is from Larson. I had a psychological evaluation of this sort done a few years ago, and the recommendation was that I was not to be allowed to be around kids unsupervised. It's evident that when a parent says that he is attracted to kids, that he questions the harmfulness of adult-child sex. The standard procedure of mental health workers is to recommend against allowing unsupervised contact with kids, but it's hard to raise a kid without being able to see her outside the presence of a social worker. Well,
So there's such thing as also, terminating his rights. That is actually a thing that exists. They did that when I went into for adoption. I mean...
Okay. When a dad is a pedophile, quoted statements online, comments about adult-child sex that Larson identified as his. Larson said that he doesn't think that he would molest his own daughter, but isn't sure. Since he's never been in that kind of situation before. He does, however, think it's okay for adults to engage in sexual acts with children as long as there is what he refers to as consent. In Chi 3, although the age at which a child can consent to such activities depends on the child. Oh, so he is Carl Benjamin. Excellent. Because some children are precocious. I've heard the term precocious before, and I feel like a complete dullard.
I think it means, it's, picky, or,
We have the internet. We don't have to guess.
Yeah, I thought it was some kind of whimsical term or some shit like that.
Precocious, adjective, manifesting or characterized by development, aptitude, or interest considered advanced for a given age. So basically, a mature child for their age.
Okay. If I ever hear about that from someone who's either being investigated or being considered for a pedophile, that's the new. I'm fascinated by this.
Didn't fucking performance major say I role play with a child if they're mature enough?
Yeah, he said it in more of a layman, straightforward way. So I guess this guy's on. Well, we're not even debating if this guy's a pedophile. He said he was.
No, I know.
Yeah, the way I feel about it is that if I had a son, I don't think I would have any interest in engaging in those activities with him. He wrote, my attitude would be if he's going to be involved in incestuous activity, that may well as be siblings or his mother or something.
So keep it all in the family. Keep the family close, especially when it matters.
I don't know, man. Maybe I was a sucker when I saw this suit and he was done up and dolled up all fucking responsible like. I don't know. I would have never suspected this jackass. I was expecting a neckbeard with these kind of thoughts. The article surmised that Larson doesn't seem clued in to the repulsion people commonly feel towards child molesters and said he had held out hope that jurors would see his point of view, especially since he had only met the girl once in a supervised visit. That's still horrifying. At the time of publication, Larson's spouse was deceased and the circumstances of their rocky marriage were evident in the court. Anyone interested about that? The rocky marriage? I definitely want to.
That's the one that ended in her committing suicide.
That's a bit rocky for sure.
Oh well.
He admit in an email that was an exhibit for the case, Larson admits to abuse, including raping Finn, and apologizes that his desire to molest her children caused Finn stress.
If it didn't
raping her.
Okay. It didn't concern me that given my history of raping you, as well as the gravity of what I was proposing doing with the child, I might irreparably destroy our relationship and any prospect of my ever seeing children, especially unsupervised, he wrote. I'm thinking that he had some kind of mental deterioration at some point in time. I can't imagine this man grew up, had a wife and a child, and this was them at the start. And that's why I'm curious about the fucking marriage. There's got to be some fucking insane mental damage to this man. As for Larson's congressional campaigning, yeah, that's just me spitballing. That's just me taking a random guess there, because I'm I'm all fucked up reading this shit.
I mean, either that or he's a sociopath who can conceal his psychotic side, because sociopaths can just read off of people extremely well. They're generally very intelligent, and they can just absolutely fuck with the people in their lives and drive them to stuff like this. I'm guessing too. I'd be interested in seeing a psychological report on this guy.
Would it be a psychopath or sociopath? Because sociopath is, I think a psychopath is made and a sociopath is born, if I remember.
A sociopath, by character traits, is not capable of really empathizing with the people around them. So this guy seems to truly believe what he says as far as incestuous relationship goes, and he was holding out thinking that the jury would see his side of things.
So basically people who lack empathy are kind of sociopathic?
Yes, but it is important to note that not every psychopath and not every sociopath is dangerous. They just exhibit these traits. This guy is certainly dangerous for sure. He doesn't need to be out walking around.
Yeah, this man is an outlier in every sense of the word, even amongst pedophiles. Holy shit. Larson eventually withdrew from his race in the general election. Okay, let's see. Nathan Larson. Let's get his damn name. Marriage. Find marriage records. Pearson Wiki. I think this is old girl. Nathan Larson's wife, bio, age, net worth, height, weight, kids, and family. This really feels gross. This is out there. Wow, I'm being unbelievably pretentious. Nina Person's Wiki, Nathan Larson's wife, biography, age. Well, this person has passed on now.
This
You know-
isn't the right person.
Are you sure?
It says Nathan Larson, American guitarist, singer, songwriter.
Yep. Thank you for saving me a whole heap of embarrassment there.
You're very welcome.
Okay, blessed little blog.
Nathan Larson has a Wikipedia. What the fuck is blessed little blog?
Where?
Underneath, Nathan Larson admits he has sexual feelings for children.
Well, click on it and find out.
Which what were we looking for? Where is it?
It's on your screen. It's the one right below the one that has sexual feelings quoted.
Okay. Oh, okay. This one.
Yeah.
Oh, blessed little blog.
Yeah. That.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna buckle.
You might want to blank your screen.
Well, okay, I will blank
Just in
my.
case.
Yeah, we'll come right back online in a hot minute here, folks. Oof, and muted. Okay, blessed little blog. Holy crap. That's Pony. Drawing lines. He threatened to kill the president. I think this is safe. It looks mostly redundant, but I'll take
Okay.
Yeah. All right. There we go. That's a cow, I think. It's one of those goofy yellow chains.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little calf.
Okay. Synopsis: Nathan was a young man, who a young man often do, embraced liberal terrorism in its extreme form. He called himself an anarcho-capitalist. He's no longer a young man. When the hell did this get made? No date? Oh, there it is, March 23rd, 2017.
Apparently, it says something about his backstory. Appears he have a checkered childhood. Wait, for
Wait,
scroll.
yeah, what
Yeah,
parts?
that link doesn't go anywhere. It's a 404 error.
Yeah. To his second wife, she's Filipino, assumably properly. Oh, so he's with a new girl now, or what?
I think that's the new girl, maybe.
I think Finn is their preferred name. So, from what I was reading, his wife is transgender now, or was before they passed away.
I don't even know what to say. I've mentally checked out. Yeah, Nathan. Whatever. I can't even think of a derogatory fucking remark enough for Mr. Larson here.
Basically how I feel every time the mentioning of rape is brought up.
I understand as far as properly to understand this batshit crazy story. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I needed a laugh. You have to understand that the mother was transgendered. Just because a person is trans does not mean that they are out. If he was trans, then he was always trans. Okay. Doesn't sound right. You don't just wake up one morning and find out you've become transgender. Doesn't it, though?
No.
Okay.
You have a feeling throughout your entire life that you don't feel right in your body, but you just kind of can't pinpoint it until one day. Like, basically when I was young, I didn't really know if I felt like a girl or a boy. I kind of didn't like dresses, but I didn't like the things guys did. And then finally when I was 18, I figured out, oh wait, there's a term for that feeling.
Yeah.
I'm sort of skimming it here. The supposedly straight guy isn't totally straight. He's sort of a wannabe pedophile. I think you aren't.
Wannabe isn't the right term, but
Yeah,
go off, I guess.
I feel like he's full pedophile. He's definitely a pedophile, that's for sure.
Yeah, I would put him at the front of the fucking registered list.
Yeah, he's lost that basic human.
Yeah, no.
Continue.
Yeah. He's
Sorry,
written
had to
about
get that in.
access to child. He's engaged in sexual activity with her and includes his daughter. If he had access, okay. So he sought custody. We've read about the custody part. Upholding the right of men to physically discipline their wives. I mean, it's okay to do that in Russia. I'm not following any of these weird links just to make sure.
Well, we skimmed over an important paragraph back toward the top. So the first wife, she married him, but apparently she had severe mental disabilities herself. She says that she was raped during their marriage and impregnated against her will. So that's how she managed to get pregnant with the daughter. She was unsure if he was the one that impregnated her because she had multiple sexual partners at the time. And they separated while she was pregnant. And while she was admitted to the mental hospital due to her severe mental health issues, the child, a little girl, was taken at birth and placed with the mother's parents. So the wife was sleeping around, and he forcefully impregnated her. At least came inside her while they were married.
God damn.
So it was while they were married.
So it's uncertain if that's even his biological daughter or not.
So it was while they were married.
God damn.
Okay then.
So we have a guy who openly admits he's a pedophile, has threatened to kill the president,
Raped his wife. Wants to rape children. Thinks it should be legal for rape and incest of children. Thinks incest should be legal for marriage. What the fuck hasn't this guy done?
I think we found one of his goddamn sites.
Oh no.
Because this says Nathan Larson here. Category marriage.
Oh my fucking god.
Category marriage. Modern marriage doesn't really serve much of a purpose of morality. Oh, it is ranting, gaunting eagle. Got it. He's a MGTOW, just like old boy.
Oh my fucking god.
Hey, if I'm disparaging or misrepresenting you in any way, shape, or form, raging, you take your bitch ass on down. You come on down and stream with me. All it does is deter the men from leaving his wife. That's Raging
Golden Eagle.
That's the one who made the big argument about fucking saying that lolicon should be. Yeah, he called it legal child pornography to help deter pedophiles.
Legal child, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is fucking retarded.
That's kind of a paradox in itself.
Moving along. Try not to get. That's a long discussion.
Not okay.
Yeah, by making him feel like he's legally and culturally bound to her, but it does nothing to keep her from leaving him. I don't really get that. Society would probably shame a man who left his wife, but it wouldn't shame a woman who leaves her husband, even though that means she's going to be fucking other guys in all likelihood, which defeats the point of marriage, which was to get women to be monogamous rather than being monogamous by being fucked by a bunch of different men. So I don't see the point of why, for example, Michelle's mom made a big deal about how we needed to get married if we're going to sleep together. Michelle left after a year anyways and got a divorce, so that was different then, and we'd get shacked up for a year. Is this the same guy? I'm 99.99% sure.
No, this is him.
Okay. Rouge actually made the right decision to not get married. I don't understand why any man would put himself through this kind of hell I've had to go through just for the sake of getting some pussy. Get yourself a prostitute. Again, just comparable. Grading on a curve, that would probably have been better in this man's case. It really is better just to staying single or having a long-term relationship rather than a marriage. Marriage, yeah, this is totally a MGTOW argument. Marriage just causes more drama. On the plus side, remember when Thoreau wrote, "Oh God, he is! He's Carl," instead of fucking saying Locke, he quotes Thoreau, "Under a government which imprisons any unjustly, the true place for a just man is just a prison. Maybe that's where I'll be." Oh, this man is so big-brained. But on the other hand, he wrote, "If any think that the other influence would be lost there, and their voices no longer efficient in the ears of the state afflict that the ears of the state, that they would not be as an enemy within the walls, that they do not know by how much truth is stronger than the error." Is anyone else imagining him around the suit standing behind a podium and saying this shit?
No. I don't want him. I don't want him behind a podium.
Okay, nor.
Yeah, just put him in a nice suit, his blue suit with a red tie, speaking at a podium in Virginia. Right at the Capitol Hill building, and he's just speaking to a group of 12 people who are supporting him.
Yeah.
Those are the 12 people who support pedophiles in Virginia out there giving their support.
How much more eloquently...
You'd be surprised. I think it's way more than 12.
Yeah.
I know, but 12 actually showed up.
Well, not the same number of people in the Furry Raiders. Moving along, how much more eloquently and effectively... Yeah, I could swear there was about 12 people.
Waiters.
Yeah, the Furry Waiters. We will not stand for this, Anthony Aguilar, and your besmirchment. He can combat injustice, who has just experienced a little to his own person. Notice he talks about a little, not a lot. Remember Philip Seabolt? No, I don't. Who the fuck is that? Does anybody want to look up this asshole?
Sure.
What can he do these days? Even Rules for Radicals says it's not good to remain behind bars for too long. Women
Who
have
is echoing in the background?
Yeah, whose TV's on? Yeah, what?
Migz.
Yeah,
Oh,
Migz.
sorry, those are my headphones. They're turned a bit up. Yeah, I got to.
Yeah, I'm just.
Headphones are trash.
Indeed. What do you consider my rights with regards to immigration? Oh, this will be fun. This will be fun. At a minimum, I think I have these rights.
How do you spell Philip Seabolt?
Oh, we'll
real
go
quick?
back up again. 1 second.
I think Phillips is spelled P-H-I.
P-H-I-L-I-P.
L-I-P-S?
Okay.
No, there's
Philip
no S.
Seabolt.
Seabolt. S-E. Bolt.
Inmate gets life sentence for child pornography. United States versus Seabolt.
I'm very curious about that. A whole life sentence. He must have had a lot.
Let me put it in the chat for you. Here you go.
Okay. I'll take our... Let's sidetrack to Philip.
On March 14th, 2002, FBI Special Agent Mark Miller of the Baltimore Field Office was in the course of his investigation in the online trading of child pornography. Miller logged on to 2 suspicious chat rooms, one named Preteen 666 and the other Preteen 411. In the Preteen 666 chat room, Miller noticed that a person using the screen name Blah35674 was running a file server and had pictures of young boys and girls available. Miller connected Blah35674's file server, which utilized a ratio program of 1 to 3. Essentially, the server would give a visitor 3 pictures of every 1 picture the visitor contributed. Miller uploaded his own innocuous files, which enabled him to download 53 images of CP from Blah35674's file server.
Yeah, I was about to say... Oh, never mind. He cut out the sound. Go ahead, continue.
Specifically, Miller uploaded an encrypted...
Yo! Riggs.
No, it's not me.
It's random blue guy.
Pool guy?
Well, yeah. Thank you
Sorry.
for continuing on.
Alright, file server. Specifically, Miller uploaded an encrypted photograph onto the server, and in return, the server sent him a picture of child porn entitled hellgov044.jpg. To request this photograph, Miller had typed the command gethellgov.044. Before the server sent Miller the picture, it sent a message that the picture was on its way. In another time, Miller requested a file entitled babyfuck14.jpg by typing getbabyfuck.14. In response, Miller received the message failed to send babyfuck. Miller then requested a file named cbaby2. By typing it, Miller testified that the server displayed a banner scrolling across an internet page which stated, "Upload baby pics. Upload baby pics. Upload baby pics. I'm also looking for a text file for someone to message me on tips/tactics/advice on how to molest kids. I am not out to hurt or kidnap a kid, just fun-loving molesting. I have a webcam and am willing to produce pics if I can successfully molest a kid/baby. Any help would be nice. Smiley face." Miller contacted his FBI counterparts in Chicago. They determined the internet protocol address associated with the name screen name Blah35674 was registered through an internet service provider to Janet Seabolt in Bentonville, Illinois. The FBI, along with members of the Cook County Sheriff's Department and Bentonville Police Department, executed a federal search warrant for Janet Seabolt's address on July 1st, 2002. After gaining entry to the residence, the officers found Janet's son, Philip Seabolt, in his bedroom deleting files on his computer. Officers unplugged the computer and began to search the residence. 2 officers interviewed Seabolt in his residence after orally advising him of his Miranda rights. Seabolt indicated that he understood his rights and would answer questions. Seabolt admitted that he was running a file server from his personal computer in his bedroom and that the server's purpose was to trade child pornography. Seabolt conceded that he used the screen name Blah, followed by the numbers, when he traded child pornography, and that he posted the aforementioned advertisement because he had sexual attraction to young boys. Seabolt then identified specific items of child pornography, acknowledged that they were of real children, and estimated their ages. When asked if he had ever molested young boys, Seabolt stated that he had sexually assaulted a relative. After the interview concluded, the officers took Sybil to an FBI field office for processing. At the field office, Sybil signed a written waiver from his Miranda rights and provided a handwritten statement. In the statement, Sybil admitted to using his computer to possess a child pornography and to distribute it over the internet. Sybil confessed to printing several of these images, which he kept under his bed and used when masturbating. Sybil also stated that he engaged in sexual relations with a 16-year-old in Wisconsin whom he met on the internet, and that he had molested a young boy relative several times, the same victim as Sybil's oral confession. In search of Sybil's computer revealed that 27,000 images of child pornography. Sybil's computer also contains transcripts of online conversations with Sybil had with respondents to his advertisement requesting advice on molesting children. 5 of those chats were found in a file labeled How to Molest, with one in a file labeled Personal and another file labeled KP. The online conversation centered on Sybil's attempts to molest children without getting caught by law enforcement. Also found on Sybil's computer logs, the computer had... Okay, who has the echo?
Yeah. Okay, good. Continue.
Step.
Was me?
Okay, yeah, continue. We'll keep an eye on it.
Law enforcement. Officers found on Sybill's computer logs that had generated detailing the server's interactions with online visitors. The logs showed guest requests for certain files and the server's responses. For instance, one of the logs showed that June 25th, 2002, someone using the screen name Gustave Premier sent files to Sybill's server and requested in exchange files containing child pornography, including one titled Hell and No Number 9 JPEG. After Premiere requested Hell 99 JPEG, Sybil's computer responded that is on its way. Officers also removed approximately 250 pictures containing child pornography and a pair of boys' Pokemon underwear from beneath Sybill's bed. Oh god. On March 26, 2003, a federal grand jury returned a 4-count second superseding indictment charging Sybil with violating various federal child pornography laws. Count 1 charged Sybil with knowingly possessing child pornography. Count 2 and 3 alleged Sybil to transported child pornography, namely computer images entitled Helgava 9 and Helena. Counts 2 and 3 respectively, and count 4 charged Sybil with advertising child pornography online. Sybil filed a pre-trial motion in Limine. Thank you. Limine, objecting to the introduction of evidence relating to his molestation of his young male relative. The motion in limine was denied. During the 4-day jury trial, the government repeatedly referred to Sybil's molestation of his relative. The government also made repeated reference to his trip to Wisconsin to have sex with a minor female, his failed attempts to molest other children, and the underwear under his bed. Sybil made no objections at trial to the introduction into evidence of any of these other acts that occurred in addition to the acts of molesting that involved his relative. Sybil's strategy at trial was to admit to collecting child pornography but to deny distribution and advertisement. Sybil proclaimed that his role was passive and that the logs were inaccurate. The jury disagreed and returned guilty verdicts against Sybil on all counts. On March 3rd, 2004, the district court held a sentencing hearing. The court applied the sentencing guidelines and found the several enhancements applied. The court calculated a criminal history category of 1 and an offense level of 40, resulting in a sentence ranging from 292 to 365 months. The court sentenced Sybil to the statutory maximum prison term for each count: 60 months on count 1, 120 months on count 2 and 3, and 240 months on count 4. The sentences on count 2 and 3 were to run concurrently with each other and consecutive to the sentence of count 7. The sentence of count 1 was to run concurrently with the other counts. The results of the sentence of 360 months imprisonment. Sybil appeals his convictions and sentence. Wow.
Yeah. You need a fucking algebra fucking lesson to get through all that. Congruent and concurrent. I believe concurrent is stacked. Is that it?
I believe so.
Yeah, I know one is on top of each other and one is alongside. So if you were to get two congruent terms that were 2 years, you'd serve 2 years. If it were consecutive, I think so. Two consecutive 2 year sentences, you would have 4 years total. If that's incorrect, by all means, someone speak the hell up. Siebold urges. It's interesting to actually kind of look into the appeals process, because I know a lot of people, when people hear about crazy... You remember that one woman who got the $1 million out of McDonald's?
Yeah.
No one talks about the fact that she lost that on appeal. Siebold argues that...
Oh, you want the analysis?
Yeah, I can do it. Was
Okay.
insufficient evidence to support his conviction on Court 3, which alleged Siebold knowingly transported and shipped child pornography. Yeah, I like fucking legal exceptions. Namely, a computer image entitled Hilo Anon JPEG in interstate commerce by means of a computer. In challenging the sufficiency of the evidence, Siebold bears a heavy burden and faces nearly an insurmountable hurdle. So here's the theme about... what's it called? Appeals process. You're only interested if basically you could prove that the jury or judge disregarded matters of law. It's not to reinterpret opinion. Just skipping past the legal alphabetic suit, it's on the United States versus Seawood. Moving it, the jury verdict is entitled to a great deference that we will uphold, and viewing all the facts and making all the inferences in the prosecuting's favor, any rational trier of fact would have found the essential elements of the crime beyond a reasonable doubt. See, this is exactly what fucking appellate court's about. United States versus Hicks. Again, the full number list is up on screen. We will overturn a conviction only if the record is devoid of evidence from which a reasonable jury could find a guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. United States versus Curtis. Again, all the previous evidence to prove Siebold's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt on Court 3. The government was required to prove he transported the pictures entitled Hilo Anon 9 in interstate commerce. Pursuant to USC, I always sucked at this part when I was doing paralegal, so again, it's on screen. Siebold argues that all throughout his computer may have generated a message that images are on its way to Premiere. There is no evidence that the image was ever sent. This sounds like that step argument about just because he says he's naked doesn't mean he is. Because there is no evidence that the file was received. Special Agent Miller testified that for every one of the 53 images he obtained from Siebold's file server, he previously received a message that the file was on its way. The reasonable inference thereof is that because the log contained a message that Hilo Anon 9 was on its way to Premiere, that it was in fact transported to Premiere. I guess that's basically, if you had a better lawyer, you'd hire someone who was a technical expert to argue against basically how likely that is, and then you'd have to hope like hell that your jury is technically sound enough to fucking take that into consideration. Siebold points to a failed transmission in which Miller requested a file by typing git... Oh, nice. Yeah, go with the examples. Git chabby cbaby tmpg, and received a message that the file was on its way but did not receive the file. Siebold argues that the incomplete transmission call into the question the accuracy of the log and to negate the inference. But Siebold does not mention Miller's testimony that his computer was disconnected from the internet 1 minute after receiving that message. cbaby.ampg was on its way, before which a jury could reasonably conclude that receiving the message, just going to forego the name there since you've heard it like 3 times by now, which a jury could reasonably conclude that the file could have been received. Nor does Siebold discuss the 21 pages log where Siebold servers generated when Premiere visited, showing Premiere exchanging numerous images with Siebold's server. I had a question which I know no one's going to have the answer for. It was based off of and I think it was somebody with a dog in their name in the furry fandom, they mentioned their boyfriend got nicked with a bunch of child pornography, and they mentioned that the cache, that each instance of that image, even if it's one, you get charged with that. I'm wondering if the initial sender gets nicked with each one of the multiplications of that image from being sent. What do you think?
I would assume so.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure a clever DA would give that a shot. Because Miller testifies that there are 53 instances in which Seabolt's server generated the message that a file was on its way and sent the image, a jury could reasonably infer that Seabolt's server sent Hell Anon JPEG. So that's interesting. So we have an automated service here that's providing illicit material, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Not unlike, say, Discord bots.
Mm-mm.
Well, how is it different?
No, they're not like them, is what I was saying. I mean, they are like, I was like...
Okay, I was just paying attention there. I was like, this is actually a bit on point.
Yeah, Discord bots send automated messages, like if you fuck up in a server, or like if you level up or whatever, they said, or read the rules or something.
Yeah, that's exactly, for any of the fine 44 people still listening in here. If you'll notice, according to this case law, which may or may not be exactly on point, but it would be for a creative DA to point out, every instance, if you have a Discord server that allows for, let's say, Lilicon, Cub, Shota, and you are in one of the states that actually upholds those as illegal, I would imagine that you would potentially get nicked each time your bot would do so, and I believe it had them as consecutive sentences.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy got set up for, Christ, how many goddamn months? What was the first one?
The first count was 60 months.
60 months. Okay, so let's just that's 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, would it be reasonable to assume after leaving your Discord just running, if you're a busy person and you don't keep track of it, that the bots in your server would probably accumulate a 5-year sentence for you if you weren't paying attention, if you were just letting it do what it was doing, whatever you programmed it to do. So at the end of the day, I would probably encourage people to not have a not safe for work chat. One could never know, that thing might malfunction, despite what commands it is. I'm not exactly a big I'm not a expert on Discord bots, but I'm just going off of this specific thing here. I understand that the internet was a much different place in 2002, but again, it's an example. It's just something, food for thought. Seabolt's server generated the message that a file... Yeah, and Discord usually shows a list of, like, when the bot works, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It'll show you if it sent the message. It'll even tag you.
Do you think that does Discord actually have a record of that, or is that all locally?
No, it has audit logs in your servers.
So that's all. But the servers are just local recording, or is there a place that Discord has access to that?
I would assume. I mean, I'm not.
I've heard
a member of the staff, so.
Well, who else here is?
Wait a minute. I might know someone who knows member of staff.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. Discord is, for anyone in the chat, Discord is a local save as opposed to a server save. That's meaning you would have to have access to one of the people's computers. Is that correct? I'm asking anyone in chat, since we have 42 people and dropping, or anybody here either.
Or you'd have to have access to their emails, I think, as well.
Or IP, maybe?
Yeah. Well, no, not IP. I know emails, that's for sure, because like Discord always requires you to verify whenever you get a new computer or something. Like you're like, oh, you're not on like the same computer. You're supposed to go through the email to confirm this.
So like let me see. So the first count he got 60 months, and the second count he got, hang on, I'm trying to find where's it. The second count he got, second and third, he got 120 months and 240 months on count 4.
Okay, so 240 months, 12 divided 24, 20
That's
years?
2.
Am I doing that right?
Yeah, about, because 12 times 12 is 144, so.
Okay, so we're gonna go with about 20 years plus. There's
So that's our 25 years, and then 120 is about 120 months would be, there's 12 months in a year, so do maybe, let's say give or take 9 or 10, so that's 45, almost 50 years in prison.
okay, yeah, and he's probably didn't get parole, so. Oof.
I think what disturbed me is what they were noting, what they were hinting at with the underwear under the bed.
No, I think that was pretty straightforward. That kind of reminded me of something from Fowl's case, but that was his own underwear. I think I understood what they were inferring, so
Yeah.
I guess we could get back to Nathan Larson. Sorry about the getting completely derailed about this. I'm probably...
Well, it's because he mentioned this guy, and he was using him as a reference in his defense to, you know, his proselytization, I guess is the word. I'm sorry, my mind is kind of frying.
Proselytizing is where you're trying to get across. Well, proselytizing for Nathan Larson, correct? I don't know about Seabolt if he was preaching or proselytizing.
No, what I was saying is, Larson was using the point of the name of Seabolt to proselytize his own point.
Yes, no, that is on point. Very good.
Why would he use this man though? What
probably shock value, absolutely shock value, and I think he wanted to show he was.
Remember Philip Seabolt? What can he do these days? Oh.
I'm assuming he wanted to try and sound like he was educated by mentioning Seabolt's name.
No, he's saying even rules for radicals is not going to remain behind bars for too long. So he's saying he shouldn't be in jail.
Yeah, maybe using the name Seabolt. Maybe that's something a lot of pedophiles know, and maybe was dog whistling, maying for that sort of thing.
Dog whistle. I would assume because that's holy God.
I think state should stop.
I also just wanted everyone to kind of think about this: 27,000 images of child.
I've never heard this unironically. I think states should stop issuing marriage license until the patriarchy is restored. Yeah. Usually people are memeing this motherfucker meant this dumb shit. Jesus Christ. I'm just skimming through.
What?
Yeah, loyally to make sacrifices for our persistent. I'm just skimming through. I'm just curious to see what old crazy bastards.
What the hell is this guy?
I think we've done everything that I need to for now. We've been going for like an hour plus, guys. Yeah. Sometime around fucking Monday or whatever the hell, I think I'm mentally checked out now for a while. Maybe tonight I'll have something else. Don't hold your breath. Oh Christ. So yeah, at least I wasn't bored. I'm sorry if the legalese was a little too much for some of the guys. I find that shit fascinating myself.
I saw you posted something on the Reddit Discord transparency thing, and apparently they locked it so you can't comment or anything after you posted it. I saw that on your Twitter.
Okay, so here's what happened. I winded up posting Hateful Eight's video on his Discord transparency thing, and they're like, oh, something about it not being up to snuff or some shit like that, and I looked at the moderator, and the moderator from Reddit, who was in charge of the Discord thing, had a little furry icon.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, no. So, yeah, if you're trying to crack down or point out some of the inconsistencies on Discord with Cub, Lolicon, or Shota, just keep track if your Reddit thread gets removed. Look at the moderator and see if they're part of a certain fandom. Oh!
Bronies are better than furries.
Is that our guy?
Truth.
No, hold it. Is Fluffin the dude from the other day or no?
No, Fluffin is a good. She's
okay. My bad. Sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
No, I don't think Nova's been in this.
Oh yeah, I was about. We haven't forgotten about our dear, beloved Nova. We'll get back to him and his.
Didn't we learn something interesting about him?
Yeah.
Suedo in charge of the furry raiders. If there is in fact someone who's in charge, he might be the guy. Yeah, I could pull that up 1 second. Let's see if I could get to that just in a moment. Properties. Browse.
I think I'm really checked out for
I did a couple times while I was reading, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I had to literally take my headphones off. I couldn't.
Yeah,
the minute he got to we should.
This was the icon from fucking here 1 second. Oh, now it's gonna fight me again. I'll just delete the image and just so I could show this. Make a new image file.
No, we get it, Fluffin. Like, we're just, No, you're okay, Fluffin. We're mentally checked out today after reading all of that.
Oh,
It's
hell,
not-
that was
you're
an
good.
absolute bitch. So yeah, this is the Reddit moderator.
Your screen, oh, there it is.
Yeah, the name of him, which I will look up on my Twitter really quick.
I think I know the artist of that icon.
Let's see if I could find old boy Twitter. The name from Reddit is tweets and replies.
Does this guy have a Twitter?
That's a good question. We'll get to that in a minute. I posted a lot of crap by there. Here we are. Furry agenda. I went to post on the following on Reddit. Wouldn't you know it? Someone with a gay furry icon. Yes, I was cribbing on fucking Medicare. And a mod badge took it down. Electric/blue. A mod with a furry icon.
Let me look on Twitter, see if this person has a electric/blue.
/blue. Not an underscore, just a regular slash. You know what? I'll do too. Let's see if our boy is around.
Wait, who? Nova?
His name's Electric Blue. Oh, there is one.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh no, this is a car thing. I doubt it.
Well, there's a thing you can use for go to search on Twitter and then like do people and you can search the accounts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go after some rando. Then again, you know, it wouldn't be the first time that I found a furry who was into cars and stuff. So let's see. I'll go to a.
Oh, there's a lot. Trust me.
Oh yeah,
All right,
no, I
let's-
assumed.
This guy looks like a red panda. I'm gonna try red.
I typed in Electric Blue, and one of the top search engines is for fucking Pornhub for vintage porn. Would I be shocked if this is a furry being cheeky? No.
I think I found someone with a similar looking character. Hang on.
Yeah. Electric Blue, Hentai Foundry.
This looks like exactly like that character.
Is it YouTube safe?
Simple little furry bot for Discord.
I actually have seen that bot in like a few Discord servers that I'm in. I think somebody added it to my server most recently. I don't understand why.
How safe is their Twitter buttons before
Let me go check.
Yeah, let's before we
I'm looking at it right now. It's not restricted, and there's only 3 posts up
This
here.
is OWO memes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Discord furry bot. Well, that's not it though. How did you connect furry bot to
I just typed in Discord furry.
That's not related enough. I can't put this on this person here, unfortunately.
Let me try Discord staff.
Yeah.
Let me just search Discord staff on fucking Twitter. Discord staff. Okay.
No, look here. It's my job to try and be fair and impartial. It is possible that this mod looked at my shit ass fucking grammar and said, "No, Anthony, you don't get to come in here with your craptastic grammar. This is Reddit, and we have standards."
Yeah, my ass.
Right, Step? If he's still there.
Nah, he left.
I had a feeling. I imagine the legalese bored the shit out of him. I will plug fucking what's his name, Hateful's video. Did you see that yet, Buttons? Or any of you guys?
Yes, I did actually.
I didn't. Nope.
Like the minute he started playing the YouTube video, I'm like, nope, fucking skipping. Nope, no. Just nope.
He's keeping the queen thing. Okay.
I'm curious who this person is.
So
Maybe,
I just found
maybe
it out.
we have.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you know Nova, right? Like you know from last night.
Who?
The Nova dude.
Nova.
Yeah, what of him?
Okay, so I found out. So I actually did look at the Furry Raiders podcast video, and apparently he is literally on the fucking podcast. I'm not joking. Like, compare the 2 icons here. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
and-
nope, that's him.
that's him definitely.
Alright, let me just take a second here.
Hey, I've seen this guy around. He was like sucking your dick when you're doing the whole Kiro thing.
We talking about old boy again?
Which
Nova.
one? Oh, fucking, what's his name?
Nova? More like
Nova,
more
yeah,
like no
yeah.
show. Hey.
I was mentioning how fucking when I tried to post to Reddit, they fucking threw me off when I tried posting Hateful's thing. And,
This is why you gotta go to 4chan for everything, Anthony.
well, I thought they don't like self-promotion, and if you try and post someone else's shit, they'll accuse you of being that person.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to this person's Reddit that posted on yours and see if there is anything on their page.
Hey, Anthony, you got a super chat from Leo?
Oh, let's take a looky, Lou.
Leo, sorry.
Indeed, Leo. A government official is a pedo. Color me surprised. Well, he's preaching and proselytizing as a pedophile as well as a wife abuser, among other things, and he was
He's a preacher.
craving his own. Well, not a real one. He was craving his own child, which is the first I've ever heard someone decide to do that while trying to get them back. I thought, as we were reading it, because it was from the Huffington Post, Leo, a lot of us kept assuming this is. Yeah, but if you look up the name Nathan Larson, there is a wealth, a embarrassment of riches, of crazy batshit things and the likes that I.
Anthony,
Yeah.
you said craving for a child, and my first thought was eating. So if you think about it, eating a child is a lot like farming. You plant your seed, you wait for months, and then you chow down.
You please stop.
I'm already fried. That would probably have annoyed me a lot more if I hadn't mentally checked out a while ago. But at the same time, I'm going to make sure to include Hateful's video here at the bottom of the stream.
That was funny. The song choice was perfect.
Lol.
Alright, I'm looking at. Oh.
Song choice? I would have used something from Primus.
I like it.
Let's see.
Of course,
posts.
Step likes weak music, so he would have put on something really fruity and
I
fast.
like Queen. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Not my fault. I mean, I like my Sabatons. That's nice too.
I'm looking at the Reddit and seeing if.
Paste. You know what? Let's play a Scotia. Oh wait, then again, everybody else in the call won't be able to fucking see it since we're on Discord.
I mean, I'm still watching your stream.
Yeah,
so.
no, I know. Let's see. Sounds like he may be a bit more demonic. Oh, Lio, I'm assuming you're busy at work.
There's a video on YouTube on this guy on Reddit.
Oh? Who?
It's called How. I'm trying to find it. Let me link you what I.
Yeah, no, I am very interested.
Yeah, it's on their user page on Reddit. I had to scroll a bit, but I'm putting it in the room. This is the post I saw.
So this is our boy from the stream the other day, Avira Nova, who isn't smart enough to figure out how to use either the Skype or the Discord.
I thought it was.
Fucking boomer.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Fucking furry IRL.
Yeah.
Wait,
The greatest subreddit.
Let me get rid of that image right now.
No, I thought it was a video on this guy, but it's not. But I'll keep looking through. I'll keep looking through the user page.
I didn't think so. There's probably nothing on him at the moment, or maybe somebody will have to fucking... Well, no, he claims he doesn't have a Discord, but there's gotta be a Furry Raiders Discord. Then again, I remember fucking Xanadu saying they got thrown off a Discord, and...
I think I just found this person's Discord.
Who? Fucking...
The guy on Reddit.
Oh?
He posted it on his user page. It's Ash number 001.
Could you just throw me a link?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here is the user page on...
Wait, this is a Discord moderator? Holy shit.
Yeah, this is for the Discord moderator, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I think Discord moderators do actually intentionally put the user IDs to 0001.
Okay. If it would fucking cooperate with me.
He has a Twitter too.
I don't know why this is stupid.
Got it.
There we are. Open.
It's Ajib.
So where do you see it on screen? Where am I looking?
I put his Twitter in the chat. I knew it was a red panda. I knew it.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's read his message. Let's see. Hi there. I don't answer moderating questions and PMs. Please contact the team through mod mail. Aww.
He has a personal Discord server though.
Where is it though?
It's on his Twitter.
Okay. Did you post his Twitter?
Yeah, I put it in the
I
chat.
see it. I see it. One sec. Copy. Oh, class, we're going over. Is his Twitter YouTube safe?
I'm scrolling through and haven't seen anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like he has either two different Twitters. I don't really know because that's how like most furries go. I don't know why. They have like.
They're a
fucking
moderator
innocent
of our LGBT, our bisexual, our Discord app.
And when you know it, it's invalid. Would anybody else like to pop in there and see if that shit's working?
I'll do it.
Yep, because
Possibly. All right, I'll check.
Yeah, maybe my computer's fucking.
It's valid. It's valid.
Okay, so nope, that's my computer being gay. Tell you what, let me try and pop on over there using.
I'll send you the invite directly. Maybe that'll work.
Send me the invite too, because I can't find it on their
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Personal server.
Got you. Oh wait a minute. You already just found the fucking link. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Do I join the server along with you guys or?
Sure. We're not
Alright.
raiding it. We're just gonna go in there and
Well,
go
of course
chill.
we're not rating it. I mean, who would rate it? We would be banned by now.
Let me copy this and send it and put it in the chat.
Oh, dude, gotta delete.
Okay, that didn't work. Hang on a sec. Let me.
Oh, I was able to join. I'm scared.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in there.
You don't have to be scared. I mean, wait, hold on. What were you supposed to do again? Like, are you supposed to ask him something?
How do you join on Discord? Like, just.
You just press
Okay.
the join button.
Oh, here we go.
But
I
if
sent
you
it to
can't, if you can't do that, there's
No,
an
I'm in.
arrow.
I'm in.
Like,
I'm in.
there's a-
I got
okay.
it. Fantastic.
Well, I mean, there should be like a
So,
cross.
what should we say?
I don't know. I didn't expect to get in.
We'd have to message in a. You're supposed to message in the general talking channel. Is the channel
Where's
with
general talk? Everything is an emoji.
Yeah, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, this is the most
it's
free
the
chat.
talking head. It's the
Oh,
talking.
okay.
Oh, fucking.
Hello, Discord transparency report.
Oh, God. You know what? I think I definitely don't want to go anymore. I've had a lovely time. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll dick with this off stream.